What you have to keep in mind is the Fed is a private corporation owned by a commercial bank or commercial banking interest. Although it may have a mandate from the federal government that you have to work to maintain sustainable economic growth and you have to contain inflation, its primary mission basically is to keep the banking system afloat and healthy. And the banking system is not healthy. When there was fear of a system collapse back in 2008, when the TARP was introduced, they weren't kidding. The system was on the brink of collapse. Systemic failure was impossible for the Fed. It was impossible for the federal government. They opted at that time to create whatever money, to spend whatever money had to be spent in order to keep the system from collapsing. There's a big cost to that. That's inflation. That's what we're beginning to see now. Had they let the system collapse, you'd have to have depositors losing money here. Then you would have had a big collapse in the money supply as you did back in the 30s, and you would have had a deflationary Great Depression. There's a lot of debate between inflation and deflation. I don't think I'm too far from the deflationist. It's a matter of how you define things to a certain extent. The inflation that I'm talking about here is in terms of consumer goods and services. I'm not talking asset inflation or deflation. The stock market could crash here, and it would not at all be inconsistent with what I'm looking for.